All right, guys, as you can tell, we have a very special buy or sell here today. We got Eric Sim to my left. We got 5 Points videos to my right. We're just going to do the buy or sell thing that we do. I took your guys' hot takes from the last YouTube video. We're going to tell you if we like them, dislike them, why and why not. A lot of different opinions here. A little bit of everything with Adam with the sports. A little bit of baseball, a little bit of KingOfJuco here with Eric Sim. Let's get going into this. If you guys want to see more, drop a like, subscribe to the channel. You know the drill. Here we go. All right, first one coming in from Matthew Anthony. He says the Pittsburgh Pirates will finish with 70 or more wins this year, and they'll call up Rowanzi Contreras and O'Neal Cruz at the All-Star break. So we'll just kind of talk about the Pirates winning 70 games. I'm going to big time sell this one. The Pirates are just really, really bad. Like, there's just not a whole lot of good going on in Pittsburgh. You're playing okay right now. Remember, it's April, it's May, it's early in the season, but the Pirates are doomed. They're not winning 70 games.
Yeah, a sell for me as well. PNC Park is great, but just the team-wise, I don't think they have anybody really special to be able to carry that team, and I think that's really important. Each team has got to have some guy that's got to be able to carry the team, lead the team to be able to do something cool. I don't think they have anybody.
Yeah, I'm going to sell that like crypto right now. I'm dumping the stock on the Pittsburgh Pirates, not buying them with 70 wins. They've been rebuilding since the 70s, so we'll see if they get. I mean, they could. Baseball is better when Pittsburgh is better, but they're not getting anywhere. Bob Nutting is trash.
Sorry, Pittsburgh. AIA Productions hot take: Seiya Suzuki wins NL Rookie of the Year and finishes top 3 in NL MVP votes from a Cubs fan. So, I mean, from the Rookie of the Year perspective, I think that's a buy, 100%. He's got to be the favorite right now. He's so good. Seiya Suzuki is way better than I think any of us could have expected. Now, is he top 3 MVP? Probably not. The Cubs are going to be pretty horrible, and it's hard to win the MVP on a bad team, even though Mike Trout's done forever. But I'm going to buy winning Rookie of the Year.
I'm going to sell on this one. Now, I'm a huge fan of Seiya. The attitude that he's got experience from MPB as well. So like all this pressure, not a big deal to him compared to other rookies. But is he top 3 like in Rookie of the Year? Like I don't know. I don't know if he's got that kind of juice in him. He started off the season hot, kind of cooling off right now. So I don't see that happening. But big fan of the player.
I'm going to go ahead and buy on him being the rookie. I don't even know any other rookies that we're even discussing for Rookie of the Year. As long as he just stays consistent, he's got experience, he's got pro ball experience. I don't think the moment's too big for him. So I'm going to buy on him being the Rookie of the Year. Good call.
Here's a fun one. This one comes in from Hopewell Hawk22. At the end of Trout's career, he will be the greatest MLB player of all time. For me, 1,000,000% buy. I mean, as long as he stays healthy, the stuff he's been able to do thus far in his 10 or 11 years that he's played is so disgusting. We're seeing him healthy this year with Ohtani and Rendon out in LA. They're playing so well. He changes that team. He's unbelievably good. We've never seen anybody like him. Big old buy.
Same here as well. Buy for me. Mike Trout is 1 in a million type player. Of course, we have Shohei and all these exciting players. But to me, right now, the GOAT of the game right now, Mike Trout, there's no discussion about that. Best player of all time.
So sick.
Yeah, I'm going to have to buy on this. I mean, the GOAT is a huge bar to get over. You think of all the great players, all the great hitters, but no one's ever put it together like Mike Trout has. He's got the defense, he's got the offense. Like, the only heat you could really see is from his teammate, Shohei Ohtani. I mean, it's really hard to argue with a guy that does it both on the offense and defensive side of the ball. If he continues that trajectory, like Shohei would have to be the GOAT, but right now Mike Trout, when he retires, yeah, he'll have that title until the next big thing comes along.
All right, Quinn Jackus, the Yankees will win the AL East. Aaron Judge wins the MVP, and a massive pay extension for MVP season. Now, the English isn't too sharp there. The English wasn't great, but Quinn will give you a pass. It's okay. You're not here to be an English teacher. We're here to talk baseball. Your take? I don't hate it. I could buy this one. Aaron Judge is playing really well. We know that when this guy's clicking, he's a top 10 player in the league. The only thing that's hard to win the MVP, because, again, Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani exist, and anytime they're playing, it's going to be really hard to win it from them. But the Yankees look like one of the best teams in all of baseball, not just the American League East. And I think if you're the Yankees, you have to pay Judge. You have to. How do you not pay that guy? They haven't been spending money. That's the guy to do it. Make him a franchise player forever.
That's a sell for me in terms of Judge winning the MVP. Again, like Mike Trout, it just, again, for me, is going to win it. That's what he does. But the Yankees, of course, is one of the best teams in the league. A lot of happens throughout the year, you know? So we're also very early in the season. I think a lot of can change throughout the year, course of the year. It's a long year, so things might change. So I'm a sell on this one.
I'm all for being against the Yankees.
Yeah, I'm only going to buy half of that. You know, the Yankees are definitely going to run away with the NL East this year. They've got a good squad. They're consistent right now. But Judge would really, I mean, there's a big bias towards New York players when they do well. If he splits, 330 and 110 RBI, it's hard to argue with him being the MVP just because he plays in New York. But, he strikes out a lot. He's got some holes in his game. He's not the complete player that Mike Trout is. So if Mike Trout does what he does and the Angels, who are playing well, go out and win a division, then it's hard to argue with either Mike Trout or Shohei being the MVP. So I'm going to only buy half of that.
Got a good one here from the what? ? Tatis Jr. will come back having hot, insane numbers. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to buy this one. I don't care if Tatis is half the player that he is when we see him healthy. He is just so special. He's so talented, and he's so young. And everything he does, you have to watch him. He's must-watch baseball. And even though he hasn't really played like a full season ever, he's averaging like 40 and 100 every year and having like an OPS of like 950. The dude is on another planet. He's one of the 5 best players in the entire world. I can't wait till he comes back. San Diego, hopefully it's soon for you guys. Bye, bye, bye.
Same here with me. Bye. He could come back, play 10 games. He's going to make a difference. Yeah. That's the type of player he is, in my opinion. One of the best in the league, one of the most exciting players to just watch. Yes. Like literally, we just watch him play baseball, which is incredible. So of course there are a lot of great players in the league, but I mean Tatis is actually one of them. So a big buy on this one for me.
Same with me. I think the thing is you have so much data on him. Like you said, he's never played a full season. Every time he comes in, he rakes. Like he's always going to be good. He's always effective. The game is better with him in it. I just wish he would stay healthy. I just love watching that kid play. But yeah, he's going to come in and put up numbers for sure. It would be just a complete anomaly if he didn't.
This one's fun. I think we might disagree on this one a little bit here. If Wander Franco stays healthy, he will solidify himself as a top 5 shortstop in the league. That's coming to us from Michael Van Ostrand. I have been crazy high on Wander Franco as soon as he got called up. I think the hype is real. I think he's shown it thus far this year. To me, Wander Franco was already a top 5 shortstop in the league, just seeing 80 games last year. So I'm buying this one. I'm all aboard the Wander Franco hype train.
I don't know. I don't know on this one. I definitely get to see the hype, and he's been one of the top prospects forever. I don't know. I don't know until I see something, so there's not a whole lot that's happened yet to be able to dictate where I'm gonna go with this. So I'm gonna be just middle. So I'm gonna be in the middle with that. I don't know if that's an answer.
You're gonna pass.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass on this one.
I'm gonna buy on this. I can't really name 4 better shortstops right now than Wander Franco. The kid is a stud. He's a little raw around the edges. He's got so much talent. He's only gonna get better. That's the thing with him. Okay, who's on his level? Say a vet like Correa, things like that, or players like that. But the dude is a stud. He's amazing. He already proved it in 80 games last year, and he's here to stay. He's definitely already a top 5 shortstop.
Okay, this one is going to be about the All-Star Game. This comes from Henry's World. In the next 5 years, the MLB All-Star Game will change to the NBA format with team captains and a draft. It's a little bit out there. It's a little bit different. I don't actually think this is a bad idea, but I'm going to sell. We know Major League Baseball does not like change. The only thing they like to change is the baseballs themselves. That's the only thing they like to do is change the baseballs, and we know that those are not the right balls that they're using this year. They're not going to change the All-Star Game. It's such a traditional sport, the idea of a draft, and oh my God, a guy from the Mets could play with a dude from the Yankees. That's crazy. I would love it. I think it would be sick, but this one I think I have to sell.
Yeah, I'm same with me. MLB is so, I don't want to say behind, but they just don't like things that are different. Yeah. They're not really there yet compared to NBA. They're, I think, a little more a step ahead on that kind of stuff. Even with NFL, so I think we're a little bit behind in that sense. So I don't really see any major changes coming out anytime soon. At the end of the day, I'm still gonna watch the All-Star Game and all that. Yeah. It's still exciting to watch players that are incredibly talented, as that's what it is. But yeah, for me, it's a sell because idea itself is amazing. Yeah. It's just not gonna happen.
Yeah, I'm gonna sell because the All-Star Game isn't really broken to me. It's the only All-Star Game in all the sports where they actually play as hard as they do in the they don't throw 70 miles an hour. They still throw 90. They're still trying to get guys out until the All-Star Game is broken. I would like to see them do some type of concept so in the NBA they have what's called the Elam ending where you play to a score instead of the quarters. Right. So it would guarantee a walk-off in the MLB of some kind. So they could change it or tweak that format, but I don't see them doing that because the MLB is so adverse to change.
How sick would it be if it's 8-8? And it's next score wins. That would be so sick. Who's not watching that? Yeah, that'd be so sick. That'd be fun. I like that. All right, Eric, 888. I know you troll me all the time. Guess what? Congratulations, you won. You're in the video. You got it. As I previously predicted, the Mets will continue to do things to make their fans believe they have a shot to win the World Series, then pull the Mets and either not make it or lose in embarrassing fashion early in the playoffs. F you. Sell. The Mets are making moves this year. This is a different Mets team. Steve Cohen owns the Mets. This is not the Will Pond Mets that you saw growing up, that you saw a few years ago. This team is legit good. This team has great veterans, great stars. Francisco Lindor's finally looking comfortable in New York, and DeGrom's going to come back. And once DeGrom comes back, everybody's going to be scared of the Mets. This is a huge sell. They're winning the World Series. I hope you guys know that. They're winning the World Series. So yeah, Eric, guess what? You're wrong. Sell.
Sell as well. They're looking incredible. They have a lot of key pieces that are working together. Again, DeGrom getting hurt was terrible, you know, but again, he's gonna come back healthy. That's what I believe in. I don't think it's a big of a deal as people make it. So he's gonna come back throwing gas. And again, they already have studs in the team. Like, so they don't need DeGrom to be in there to be like make a game difference, you know, the game changer, because they already have game changers in their team. So I think it'll be fine. Now, World Series, I wouldn't go that far. I love you, Mark, but I mean, I'm just not gonna go there. But I mean, I think it's a sell in that sense.
Definitely selling on that. The thing about it is, on the flip side of that, they're going to be big-time buyers at the trade deadline. They're going to pick up as much talent as they can. They're probably going to empty the clip in an effort to try to win the World Series. Now, I'm not going to go as far. Me, as a Mets fan, as a fellow Mets fan, we've had our hearts broken. So, like, and it's baseball, you know, it's really hard to predict who's going to win the World Series come October, but this Mets team is going to be in the playoffs, and they're going to be aggressive in adding pieces to take them over the hump. And one of those pieces could be Jake DeGrom being added back to the roster.
Garrett Ross, Carlos Rodon will win the Cy Young Award in 2022. This is tough because the National League pitching is loaded with Corbin Burnes, and of course you have Max Scherzer. I mean, you have all the guys on the Dodgers. You just have endless good pitching in the National League. But I'm a Carlos Rodon guy. I had dinner with him. He's a nice fella, and I'm going to buy the hype on Carlos Rodon. I think he was so good last year in Chicago. We saw him have a Cy Young type season, and then he kind of petered out after the first 100 innings for a guy coming back from arm injuries and arm issues. It makes sense, but I think he's healthy. The Giants are smart, one of the smartest organizations in baseball. I think he's going to win the Cy Young. I'm going to buy that take.
That's a sell for me. Now, Rodon is ridiculous. Now, my buddy is actually a big league bullpen coach, big league bullpen catcher for the Giants, and he's caught everyone. And he's like, I'm like, who's the most ridiculous one you caught? I'm like, Rodon. Everything moves, and everything's very late. That's what he told me, and then he throws gas. You know how it does work. But I don't think Cy Young. I mean, Corbin Burnes, man, like that. Like, I face Corbin. It's just. I'm sorry. It's just like, I think he's going to win it again.
Yeah, I'm going to sell on that. So much has to go right for you to win a Cy Young, and you just have to have a magical campaign. So to really predict who's going to win the Cy Young next year, this year, or 2 years from now, it's really tough. I'm just going to sell because I'm not going to ever pin, you know, like, oh, this guy. I mean, yeah, he might win a Cy Young in his career, but I'm not going to say, you know, oh, in 1 or 2 years, that's a lot.
Pixar mix. Jordan is a better DH than Shohei. So get ready. I can see you guys typing. You guys know what I'm going to say. I'm going to buy this one. And here's the reasoning. Shohei's a way better player. Way better player. And he's the second best DH probably in all of baseball, I think. You can make the argument he's the first. But a lot of it goes with that he's also a phenomenal pitcher. He's a phenomenal hitter. But Jordan, strictly hitting, I think has better tools. I think is more skillful. I think is a better DH right now at this exact moment than Shohei Ohtani. That being said, if I was starting a team, if I was drafting someone, Shohei Ohtani is going to be picked miles ahead of Yordan Alvarez because he can pitch and hit. But just strictly hitting, Yordan Alvarez, man, that dude's different. He reminds me of like Carlos Delgado back in the day. He's so good.
That's a biggest sell for me. I think you're smoking some I don't know. I don't want you to smoke in. Hell no. Shohei Ohtani is, again, once in a generation type player, hitting and pitching. I think his hitting is actually better than his pitching. So as a DH, I think he's one of the best. He's one of the best. And overall type of player, not even close. But even with the pitching on the side, like that's not even counted. I think he's way better. I'm sorry. Like Jordan, of course he's good. Shohei Ohtani forever. F everybody. If you don't like him, f you too. That's what I got.
I definitely think that Jordan Alvarez is a better pure hitter than Shohei.
Wow.
I think the thing is, you know, they did change the rule about, you know, Shohei can stay in the game and DH when he pitches. It doesn't matter. You know, when you spend your body physically pitching, it's hard to go out there and hit more. So no matter what, like, Shohei's always going to be at a disadvantage as a hitter. So Yordan Alvarez, if people are good at what they do, and I'm not saying that Shohei isn't a great hitter, but Yordan Alvarez, his job is just to hit, and he's great at it, and he's slightly better than Shohei.
All right, this is actually the last question. I lied. Shout out to Nolan Trox. Robot umps are a no-go. They've been pretty bad this year, but it's part of the game. Bye. I'm so in on the robot umpires. I'm so tired. I said it last video too. I'm so tired of seeing Angel Hernandez behind the plate and essentially umpiring with his eyes closed. Like, seriously, sometimes you have to wonder, is he watching the same game? Like, it's moving way too fast for him. It's honestly probably moving way too fast for a lot of the guys here, and especially with the velo and the movement now that guys have. I just don't think it's as easy as a game as it used to be, and we have more cameras and we have more angles. Everything is just better now. Why not improve upon umpiring? They shouldn't be able to control the game like they do. No one's there to watch those guys umpire. We're there to watch the players play. Stop taking bats out of hands.
I'm gonna disagree just because even though, like, Angel Hernandez, you're so bad. You gotta clean that shit up, man. You look like you're drunk. Like, sober the up. Now, for me though, I don't think that's it sounds like a quick fix, but it's a lot more complicated than that. So I've seen other leagues, Atlantic League and stuff like that, that implemented Robotumps and stuff like that. It actually didn't work as good as we thought. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are a lot of calls, catchers catching like this and like strike. Like, what the like it actually like dumbfounds everybody in the stadium, not just the players. You know, it's just like, what the hell just happened? You know, so I don't think that's good. Now, I think the best fix for this is make all the umpires be responsible for their jobs, so you can lose your job. So KBO has a rule, to actually follow KBO quite a bit. They literally send guys up and down. They also like do pay cut of all that stuff, like salary, if you do a job. And they have a recording system. They have people from the league that's like always like testing them. Right? There's nothing like that in MLB. So guys like Angel Hernandez is like still umpiring for 20-something years of being for all those years. Not even like 1 year that he was good. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you got to put the meme from Breaking Bad. He can't keep getting away with this.
I'm out on robot umpires, but with a caveat, right? Like, so when we watch a game at home, the square is up there and it shows where the pitch is located. So we start creating this bias against the umpires because we don't see the pitch behind the plate. We don't see the movement. So there might be a reason why it looked like a strike, maybe optically, but didn't register in the little box thingy. So I still think that there needs to be that human element to it. But at the same time, I think there should be some hybrid system where they get alerted that the ball actually was off the plate, you know, or that a ball was actually in the strike zone before they go out and make an egregious call. And that way they'd have a baseline or something to gauge their own performance against. You can't hand it over to the machines. Like, we're the human beings. Like, we need to trust each other. But yeah, that's what machines are there for. They're a tool to help us, but I don't think umpires should ever be eliminated. I think that robot umpires should be something to assist them, but not ever replace.
You guys know what to do. Before you click off this video, make sure you check out 5 Points Vids. I'll link his video down below, or channel down below, as well as KingOfJuco. Just spent a couple days in Arizona with these guys. Had so much fun hitting, swing. You're going to be seeing a ton of videos coming out from us over the next couple weeks here. Ton of content recorded for you, so make sure you check them out. Links in description. Otherwise, guys, you know the drill from here on out. Over Eric's face will be my most recent video, and over 5 Points face will be my most viewed video. YouTube's like, hey, watch this. It's good. Trust me. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.
Peace. Let's go. What a pro, dude.